Michael Porter almost got traded to the Bulls this offseason before the trade deadline, but it never happened. It was for Porter and Levine. But can we revisit that Porter to the Bulls? We'll talk about it.
This is your home for all things Chicago Bulls. Join the conversation. You're listening to Chicago
What's
Bulls
going on,
Nation.
Bulls Nation? So, the Denver Nuggets is in a little bit of a tricky situation here since they don't have a lot of things going on as far as cap space is concerned. Their team is still pretty good, but if they want to make some changes, especially forget about, they can run it back, but the reality is Christian Braun is about to be extended, and I think they will extend him. Somebody reported he's going to make 30. I think that is absurd. But even if he makes 20 or maybe 18, they still need to shed some salary because they're about to hit second apron. And between Murray, Aaron Gordon, and Michael Porter Jr., I think it's pretty obvious who needs to go. You can't trade Jokic, of course. You build around him. That is why you're making this trade, is to maximize his timeline as of now, because you can still win if you have a core of Jamal Murray. Is going to be hard to trade. He's going to make $55 million. So not only is this a cost-cutting move, and also at the same time, you want to improve your roster for the short term, up until Nikola Jokic's timeline here. So how would a trade look if you are the Nuggets? So you wanted some guys who can contribute now, also expiring to free up some cap space. So I think I got the perfect trade for the Bulls here. You got three rotational players in Kevin Huerter, who can space the floor for you, and just happens to be an $18 million expiring contract. Lonzo Ball, who's a pretty good backup point guard. You still have Jamal Murray, and versatile. He can play defense. He can shoot the threes. Everything you want for a Swiss Army type of player. Oh, and he's only making $10 million with a team option of also $10 million next year. So if things doesn't work out, you don't re-sign Kevin Huerter and Lonzo Ball, you have $27 million in cap space available. And the other one is Jalen Smith, where also a very serviceable player who also just happens to be making $9 million. So what's in it for the Bulls? Now, with Michael Porter, he's not the number one that you're looking for. We got a bunch of teams, in Josh Giddey, assuming that we keep Josh Giddey and Kobe White and Nikola Vucevic, no one picked him up. So the lineup is going to look like Vuce, Michael Porter, Matas Buzelis, Josh Giddey, and Kobe White. Pretty good offensively, pretty gross defensively. But, with the run and gun style of play by Billy Donovan, that might just work. Michael Porter's still young. I don't think he has enough upside. I think he is the player that he is now. But he, is pretty good. He can run the floor. He can shoot the threes. I don't think he is the athlete that you want catching lobs from Josh Giddey. I think that's more like Jonathan Kuminga. But again, he shoots the three better than Jonathan Kuminga. He's a very expensive player, though, at $38 million and then $40 million the last leg of his contract. Although you only have to deal with that for 2 seasons. After that, he's a free agent. You don't need to resign him. But the biggest price, if you are the Bulls, is the 2031, maybe top 8 or maybe top 10 protected pick that you could use in a different kind of trade. What if, just hypothetically, what if this team does work? Maybe you are a signing or two away. Maybe his presence would elevate Kobe White and Josh Giddey a little bit more. You never know. But let's say the worst case scenario is what we are now. 7th seed. Maybe. I can't see us being worse because we're only giving away rotational players. Like now we are earning a starter in Michael Porter Jr. Now, worst case scenario, maybe we don't make the playoffs. Whatever the case may be, I'm expecting that anyway, even with or without him. So I would do this deal purely from the fact that we are going to receive a draft pick down the line. Now, it kind of sucks because it's like 6 years away from now. But getting compensated for Kevin Huerter, who's an expiring. So that's like getting a first rounder for Zach LaVine, right? And then Lonzo Ball, he was going to walk away anyway. You got him. And then Jalen Smith, you didn't really lose much within this trade if you ever do it. But if you are the Nuggets, that gives you maybe 1 year run with the 3 guys that you acquired. At worst, you let them walk, you get the cap space. You let them walk, or you get the cap space 1 year early than keeping Michael Porter and then getting bounced in the second round anyway. But Bulls Nation, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this trade? Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.